The Trump administration is making a bold claim. It says that the conflict with Iran is already over, pointing to a ceasefire that began in early April as proof that active fighting has kind of stopped. But this is not just a military statement. This is also a legal interpretation, because behind this claim lies a powerful US law, the War Powers Resolution, a law designed to limit how long a president can engage in military activity without Congress. Under this rule, Mr. Donald Trump, he had a deadline until Friday to either seek congressional approval or formally stop hostilities. Otherwise, his administration would be required to justify continued military engagement. But here is where the whole situation becomes complicated. The White House argues that since a ceasefire is already in place, the war itself has effectively ended. And if there is no active war, then the legal requirement for congressional approval, that becomes less clear. However, on the ground, the reality looks far more different. The ceasefire may exist on paper, but tensions have not fully disappeared. Iran continues to maintain strong control over the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most critical oil routes. Well, a narrow passage where a huge percentage of global oil shipment passes every single day, and that alone keeps global markets alert. At the very same time, though, the United States has not fully stepped back. The US Navy is reportedly maintaining a strong presence in that particular region, including operations described as a blockade-like posture aimed at limiting Iranian oil tanker from moving freely. So while the word ceasefire is being used in the US, the military posture in both the sides have not completely eased. And this is where the contradiction becomes impossible to ignore. On one hand, officials say that the conflict has ended. But on the other hand, naval deployment, strategic positioning, and maritime pressure, that continues. So the question is, what is really happening here? Well, is this the end of war or the beginning of quite a phase of confrontation? One that continues without open deadline, because in global geopolitics, sometimes war do not end with peace. They end with pauses, with agreement, with careful wording, and in those wording lies political and legal power. And you know what, right now the power is being tested between law and reality, between ceasefire and control, between what is declared and what is still unfolding at the sea.